Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my new setup. I am gonna try going full face, and then maybe live soon. Kind of going in baby steps here. This will be for March 2021, the first week of March. We are already in March, guys. Where's the time going? But let's see where my Scorpios are in their love life. March, the beginning of March, the first week of March 2021. All right, Scorpio, where are you at? Let's see what's going on. I'll pull a couple oracle cards here for you, and then we'll go from there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm almost at 10,000. Thank you, guys. And hit the little bell icon. Leave comments down below. Let me know if the messages resonate. They are general messages. Keep that in mind. Check your moon and rising, but I will provide a link to an extended if I decide to go further into whatever comes up for you. That link will be down below with my website where you can get a personal reading. All right, guys. And one last thing, don't forget that I go live with my sister, Baddison Intuitive Tarot, on Thursday nights on her channel. We do couples, general love reads, all signs. We have a blast. We've done 3 so far. All right, what's the overall oracle messages for you? There's regret here. Somebody's regretting possibly losing you. And we have signs. I like where this is going already. And we have the answer is yes. Scorpios. I am a Scorpio sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. This is a good start so far. So I feel as though some of you may be connecting with somebody who's really regretting how they treated you in the past, how the situation ended with you in the past. And I feel as though as time goes on here, they're seeing signs everywhere, and it's starting to get to the point where they can't get you off their minds at all. Okay, it's just beating at them everywhere they turn. Maybe they're hearing your name, maybe they see somebody wearing something you wore, the same hairstyle, things like that. There could be a funny joke somebody said, anything like that, but they're seeing signs everywhere, and they may have in the past they may have not been ready for commitment, and so that's why they didn't approach the situation the way you wanted it. You wanted commitment, you were ready for it, but this person was not ready, and now I think they may have, I think there's been some time here, and I think this person was dating around and was starting to figure it out that they may have lost the one that they really wanted, so you may be the one that got away in this situation. And I've got a big fat, the answer is yes, so I feel as though that message is a pure yes, that this is how they're feeling right now. And if you've been wondering if this person is going to be coming back into your life, and I know some of you are going, I've been wondering this for a year, 2 years, I've been stressing about it, okay? The answer is yes, okay? But this is when, you've been stressing about it for so long, but things always come back around. When you put so much focus and energy on external things and people outside, you create this pain and this state of mind within yourself that makes time seem like forever, and this person wasn't going anywhere to begin with. You may have created stories in your head, your mind, that it was over, that you were never going to see this person again. And I just see a big fat yes, there's a comeback around here, and this is definitely for some of you who are connected with somebody. Okay, most of my reads are always about deep connections, deep relationships that you've been waiting for. Now, sometimes single reads will come up, and sometimes new connections come up in the reads, but this is where a lot of my reads go, and that's just that it is what it is. Okay, and in this one, so this is for many of you who are really connecting with somebody who seriously regrets how they treated you. Okay, even if they're coming back around just to say they're sorry, and let you know how that they realize now that they treated you in a way that wasn't very kind. This could be just an apology. This doesn't have to be I want to get back together, things like that. So we don't have to go that far with this. It's just I know now that you may have been my one. Okay, So let's take a closer look here. I'm using different cards right now. I should have worn my glasses, but I did not want to go for my first time showing full face with my glasses on. So I do have a hard time seeing things. So let's see what tarot says. These cards are new. These are my twin flame journey cards. It does not mean that necessarily this relationship has to be a twin flame. My my thoughts on twin flames, they vary, and they evolve over time. I really think of twin flames as deep connections with people, connections that we may have never felt before, and because we're both on a similar spiritual journey, or we may have been through the same trials in our life, that we connect and we may learn from one another. We may treat each other in ways where we grow from the experience. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be two people from the same soul or anything like that, or two people. So it's whatever you feel. Twin flame to me is very highly, one of the highest, deepest relationships. People who are seeking being in twin flame relationships, they are seeking and being in a very deep connection. Okay, and then usually people who dive into twin flames find themselves on a journey to themselves, and that's why I do promote twin flames. There's a lot of people out there saying, not to, because a lot of people will get stuck in relationships that are abusive, but I don't think that that has anything to do with labeling it a twin flame. I think that it just gives them a reason to hold on to something and not focus on a situation that is at hand. They're not ready to. But people who really dive into twin flames understand that it's more about a personal journey of being whole, and finding somebody who's on the same path, who's also whole, so the two of you can come together and even be something bigger and grander. Okay, I'm done with my little tangent. I hope you all still hung in there. All right, where are you at, Scorpio? Where are you at? We have a transition period, death card, right here, right out the gate. You show up for yourself, okay? You've gone through a lot of changes. I feel like, as I was saying that little tangent I had, I feel like this person may have really sent you on a spiritual journey, whether you expected it or not. You learned so much from this person, from the situation that happened between the two of you, and I believe your person did too. You may have had to deal with a lot of fears, rejection, things didn't work out the way you wanted them to. It's a beautiful card here, and but I feel like the transformation has been equal in both of you, and that's why this person is feeling so much regret for you, and they're coming back. I feel like they're coming back in to, like I said, apologize. But there you are, showing up for yourself. Transition. You're going through even. This is you currently still just constantly working on yourself. There's never a Scorpio that stays the same. Every situation transforms a Scorpio, and it can happen with obviously any sign. But mostly, I feel Scorpios just are all about transformation, death and rebirth, and learning from everything and growing. So even as a Scorpio myself, I look at pictures even from a year ago, and I don't even look like the same person. We just constantly evolve. All right, so what's the situation? 10 of Pentacles, ultimate achievement. I like that. So this is what you're looking for. This is what you've been waiting for, and this is what you want. You want the end-all, be-all here with somebody, and that does not mean, guys, that this is that person that you want an end-all, be-all with, but it's just you've grown so much from this person here in the past that, and you're still in this position where you're seeking the end all be all, and you may not expect it from this person, but they have evolved, and when they come back around, you may see each other differently, and this person could be your end all be all, but we'll see what happens in tarot. But this is just showing you where you're at. A lot of you may be may have been waiting or still waiting for a while now for some sort of relationship to come into your life, or some sort of commitment, because you're ready to just settle down and commit to somebody long term. You're not trying to meet, just date. I hate the dating field. You know what I mean? You don't want to go out there and just keep playing around. You just want to find the one. You want to find the one and settle down. All right. So what's the foundation here? cycle completion, the world card. Okay, this is what this whole read so far is about, this transition. It's about growth and rebirth, and there's been a complete cycle. There's been a completion of this cycle. This is a lot of major arcana here, guys. And yes, all right, so there's been a complete transformation here. There's been a complete cycle, and you have something new coming your way, something completely new. And I don't feel as though you understand the intensity or expect the intensity that's coming in for you. There's been, maybe you have been pondering and wondering, like, I'm doing the work, I'm in a great place, where's my person? And some of you may have even begun to not even think about it anymore, and just, I don't want to say give up, but because ultimately, obviously, you want the end all be all, but it's almost like the pressure that you have put on yourself, you may have let it go a little bit, and you may feel the shift happening in you and not realize that shift is really you consciously finally closing that chapter so that you're able to move forward now. And because of this transition, this person who is feeling very regretful right now, it's almost like they may feel the pull, and they know now that it's safe, or they're ready to come in and talk to you about this. It's an energetic type of communication. All right, what happened in the past here? Deception and strategy. Okay, 7 of Swords. So your person, or this person here, was not being very honest with you, and they were being very strategic with you as well. So for some of you, this person may have known that they did not want a commitment. They may have known that you were not on the same page, but they were extremely attracted to you, and very sexually into you and things like that, that they were trying to sort of get their have their cake and eat it too. Is that it? But so they were being very strategic about this. I feel like they were probably seeing several people, and they were probably playing the same game with everybody, but I don't feel as though I'm not getting this feeling like you were in a commitment, and they were those third party situations. I'm getting more of, there was just, it never got off the ground. They would not say or not act like they wanted it to, but they wouldn't fight it either because they wanted the physical connection. But they were playing the field at the time, and I think that's probably what separated the two of you, was just the never getting it off the ground and constantly having this conflict of interest, that finally you just walked away, or this person may have walked away from you, but there's been no communication. And so this person may have made you feel as if it was you were the problem, and that was them being very strategic and deceptive so that they could still get away with what they were doing. It's the past is the past, and it's when they show up, but the way they're showing up here is full regretful. Maybe they have really seriously gone through some sort of transformation. Now, whether or not you want to bring this person back into your life and start another cycle, I mean, that's for you to choose and decide in the moment when the two of you do come together. This read right here is just all about possible apology, and seeing things from a different perspective, and your person actually understanding maybe they didn't understand in the past, like, or they ignored it. They didn't realize how sensitive you were, or how much their deception was hurting you, or they were just completely trying to ignore it, block it out, but now it's hitting them hard. They may have dealt with some sort of karma in their life during this separation with you, and they were treated the same way, which is why it's even hidden harder. And that's why these signs just you know, every time something happens to your person, they're seeing a sign that says, that reminds them, oh, this is how I treated my Scorpio, you know, and it's just, it's driving them mad. I feel like it's driving them mad, and just to get it off their chest and have some sort of apology with you is just a start here. It's just the beginning. This is all about a new beginning. March 1st, first week of March, we're entering spring soon. You know, it's just all about um, just getting this off your chest in the first stage, the first step into healing. Okay, this doesn't mean that you have to reconcile and, like I said, get married tomorrow. Okay, it's not about that. This is just about apology, okay, and regret. So what crowns you here is sharp and assertive, Queen of Swords. So you, are in this energy here of just being very, very cautious and very sharp, just like the Queen of Swords. You know, you're protective of your heart, and she's a, you know, she can be a bitch, but she's a good bitch. You know, everybody's always like, you know, tries to throw the Queen of Swords under the, you know, whatever you want. I always screw up those little sayings, but they, under the bus, that's what it was. You know, like she's just a bitch and whatever, cold and detached. But that's not true. That's not true here. She's very, you know, Libra energy, Aquarius energy, very attractive, very feminine too, but they have so much to offer, that they've learned how to emotionally detach and logically think about a situation. So it's not that they can't feel deeply, and Libra is ruled by Venus. I mean, it's all about love and relationships. You know, there's a big heart there. But they do know how to shut it off for a second so they can clearly see what's going on here and look at things from a clear perspective. And this is, you know, the energy that crowns you and the energy that you want to be in when this situation comes in, this person comes into you. And, you know, it's all about, you know, the Queen of Swords, the air energy too, is all about justice to me too, and really finding clarity and truth and balance as well. And you're seeing this for what it is when this person comes back in, and you really can feel it, the honesty and the regret and the truth in all this. Okay, but you're still keeping that heart shut off a little bit. And you know, yes, the answer is yes. Keep your heart a little bit blocked for a second. Not, I don't like using the word blocked, because I like us to keep our chakras completely open and always be willing to receive, okay? But just not being so, you know, just throwing yourself like, oh yes, you know, and your feelings, and then, you know, just using logic here. Using logic here, still receiving the apologies, still receiving the, you know, the love, the energy, transference and things like that, but just being a little bit safer and protective of your heart, not closing it off though. Okay, I hope that made sense. But yes, the sharp and assertive, being very, very sharp and assertive here with the Queen of Swords energy. So in the near future, we have the Moon card, okay, number 18. I don't know why I wanted to say number 18, but I did. Pisces, Cancer energy, so you could be connecting with a Cancer. Again, you could be connecting with a Taurus, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Leo, and definitely an air sign here as well. But, you know, I do have in the future here illusions here. You know, maybe not seeing things 100% clear for some reason. Maybe, you know, I want to get a clarifier for this. I'll clarify this. Actually, you know, I'm going to clarify this right now, with this deck right here, because in the near future here with the Moon card and illusions, I'm hoping that this person's, you know, still not in that energy of not showing you or telling you 100% how they really feel. Like, are they just, you know, are they regretful until they get what they want? You know, something like that. I don't want to get all Scorpio on you and start getting all like, you know, like detective and let's like, you know, pick this apart. But when the illusion in the future, the Moon card comes up, you know, and in this deck clearly says illusions. It makes me curious. Makes me very, very curious. All right. So this wanted to fall. Ace of Pentacles. All right. So what I'm feeling here is that this, looking at this as a possibility for a new beginning right away may not be best at the moment. Okay, I feel like the illusion here is that you guys may be in this energy of we're healing, I've gotten what I want, I got my apology. Your person like feels relief because you've accepted their apology, and so the two of you may be like, oh, we can have a new beginning and just be like all flowers and rainbows and unicorns again. And I'm just feeling like the moon card is a little bit of a warning here. Like, don't get caught up in any illusions, or start creating some sort of, don't leave that Queen of Swords energy too quickly, and jump right in here to this new beginning. Is sort of the energy I'm feeling. Like, it's a little bit of a warning. Don't become don't let illusions get in the way here. And I'm also now getting the message that also don't let illusions or things or create things in your head based off the past, based off memories from the past that could possibly hold this back as well from starting a new beginning. So it could work either way with the two of you. Okay. Yeah, so let me see. Ace of Pentacles. Let's see if I get one more card here. And the Page of Swords here too, though. I'm getting messages here, honest messages, and communication between the two of you here in the near future as well too. So just don't be disillusioned, and don't let any kind of communication hold back a potential coming together between the two of you. And you know what I mean, that's just basically it. That's your advice. And I'm gonna leave it here. Let me get I'm gonna get a card here. I'm gonna see how your person feels about you, what their higher self wants you to know regarding this situation. And the read's getting very long here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this, and I'm going to go into the extended, and we'll go further into, what you should know, what you should do, the possible outcome here, how your person really, really, truly feels, and things like that. And I'll dive deeper, because this is a really good read. I love this reading. But let me get one or two, whatever flies out of here, okay? What does their higher self want you to know? What does their higher self want you to know regarding this situation? Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. This could be what's possibly still holding them back a little bit, and then with that regret, okay, but they're seeing signs everywhere. And I've thought a lot about you lately. I've thought a lot about this situation, and I still love you, okay? So I love that, guys. Expect communication from this person. Expect an apology, a completion to the old cycle, and a whole transformation here, okay? But just remember, heed that warning there of whether or not you're holding back from starting something new or jumping in too quickly. And let any illusions create something that's not there, okay? So that's your general read. If you want to dive deeper with me, you can go into the extended with me. All right, guys, I love you. Take care.